Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild and the ship should be ready to be lifted up today. I'm not sure. There could be hidden Earth or debris inside of the block, so we will have to test it. But I have cut out the whole ship from the ground. And what we can do now is I have it attached with one block that I placed somewhere in the ground. We have to check now for the, if the ship now is a station or if it is still a ship, because it being a station will also not be nice when it comes to getting up into space. And you can see it now. All the thrusters should be, or not all the thrusters. Everything should be now our property. That's a neat thing. It took a while, but I didn't have to cut down all the stuff, and I could concentrate on, mining out the ground down there. Let us see. Info. Convert to ship. See, that's a thing. We will have to do some things. First thing that I do is I want to save. Because if the ship gets destroyed or something like that, I wouldn't like that. So that's the first thing that we should do is go and say convert to ship. And that immediately destroyed everything. That's not nice. Why? See, the other ship was still attached. Ah, okay. There's really still ground left. That's the first thing I want to do now is go and try to figure out where there is ground left and then dig that out so that I can prevent that from happening. So it's mainly in the back. There's a big ball of earth. There's a big ball of earth, and then there are smaller chunks. Good. That will be the first thing to do. Load up the backup and then cut this stuff out. I'm still at the task of controlling every single block if there's something hidden inside there. We are presented with another problem that might be even bigger, and I will have to find a solution for that. I want to see her fly today, but it may be a bit of work. As soon as I convert the ship or the station to a ship, the landing gear loses its grip. So landing gear, not a good solution. We will have to directly connect it, so merge blocks, or we will have to go and see if there's another way. The problem here now is then as soon as the landing gear loses its grip, then there's nothing holding the ship up. So even if I get all the earth left inside of the blocks, it will not help. An exploding block is okay, but here the problem would be that the ship then just goes into the ground and never recovers from that. So I will have to find a solution for that. I'm not sure what to do. For one, I will have to cut my lifeline that I've put in because it just explodes too. And I'm thinking about some wheels. Maybe just put some wheels below it, so if it goes down, it lands on the wheels. Wheels are relatively good in sustaining a hit. Maybe that helps if I just have some wheels in spaces where I can put them down, and then hopefully that keeps it from just hitting the ground, destroying itself. Could try that, because this ship can go on its own. That's no problem. And one thing I can do now is I can just release this, bring it up, and have it go to a landing spot somewhere, because for now I can't do anything with the ship. The ship is right now relatively useless. That's weird. I've built it to rescue this thing, and now no. What did I lose? It's just the the good thing is I lost one of the ion drives of the Duchessa, and hopefully there's enough parts in there so that my build and repair system can just repair the stuff. Can I go down here? Ready to lock. Is it ready to lock now or not? Unlocked. Ready to lock. 5. Oh, come on. Hopefully this gets repaired somehow. Don't know how. But somehow it might just get repaired. I lost everything on that. I might just reload it. This is not worth it. Good. I have to put more work in this. This will take a while. It's good that I'm recording early. Okay, people. I will do more work and come back to you when something more has happened. Between the last recording and this bit, there's roughly 2 days. I after the last recording, the game notified me that there's a new version, and it's the multiplayer update. It's nothing I get any kick out of, but I wanted to update, or I kind of didn't want to update, but Steam lets me know option there. If I set it to just update when I start, then the next time I start it updates. And so bringing it back to the previous version was also not possible. And so I had to update, and a lot of mods got kicked in the butt. And I had to wait for some mods to load again, and the world is still not stable. There are mods missing that I would like to have. And the thing is, then I had to work. I worked a bit because I didn't want to come back to you without having had at least a bit of success. And as you can see, I had success. The whole ship is flying now. But I have to admit that I had to cheat a bit. The whole ship wouldn't convert. You saw that in the last recording. I could convert it from a station to a ship, It would explode horribly because there were a lot of blocks with still having voxels in them. And after the update, it wouldn't even convert from station to ship because of maybe being voxels in there, although it doesn't say anything like that. It says, be careful if you convert it from the station to a ship, because if there's voxels, it could explode. That is what it did before. I decided to do a bit of creative work, sorry, but that was necessary. A bit of voxel hands, and now I know how this stuff works. I never knew how the voxel hands works. Now I know. That's a great learning opportunity. And then I had to completely voxel hand out basically all the voxels that were still in there until I could convert the ship into a station. And what I did, we can go up there in a second. By the way, you see that I gutted the whole ship. I broke out the built-in repair system that got updated thanks to the mod author, by the way, got updated pretty fast. It got updated the next day or so, and then I could work with it again. I used it to gut nearly the whole ship. I got rid of the assembler, the refinery, the arc furnaces. I got rid of all the gyroscopes. By the way, I have not enough gyroscopes. I realized that while working with this here. And the ship now is relatively empty. That's good. It makes it light, but the problem is that doesn't do anything because all the stuff is stored in here. So that's not a thing. But we see that we have enough thrust, and that's how I connected it. I used my not so beloved merge blocks. I'm not a big fan of them because they are constantly recommended for everything. Here the use is good because I could just attach the ship. We had the problem the last time that the landing gear, whenever we changed it from station to ship, the landing gears would just let loose and the ship would just drop. I had to repair a bit on the back side. There was an iron thruster missing and the thruster missing. I replaced it with a big one. I brought in... I left it. I left it back at the station. I brought in the small rocket chair that I had. That's not a rocket chair anymore, more a rocket sled, and went back and forth and grabbed materials from the station. But then the last time I went into orbit with my jetpack, and you just have to say using the jetpack to get into orbit is the easiest thing you can do if you have enough hydrogen. I just flew to the station with the jetpack. Didn't do anything. Came up with, I don't know, 2 bottles missing. Could refuel them there. I had to check the station. Let's take a look at this. You can see the game performance here is hindered. And the good thing is one of the things is missing that the game said. I think it had to do with this chip being all crazy. But I had a long list of running not error messages, but saying, okay, here is the problem. By the way, I should use the mouse cursor because I'm doing stuff with my hand and to explain things, and that stuff you can't see. I had running messages for warnings, and it had to do with the high torque rotors mod. Suddenly I had unsafe grids everywhere, and going back to the station was a thing. The ships with rotors on them all basically threw error messages because of the rotors and because of the I think the vox not the vox the vector thrust script working. I don't know, could be, but the rotors were the main problem. The ships suddenly just, don't know, flew away. They just slid away. The Bison was just going on its side and then sliding slowly off the, so physics completely gone. And that's always then it said, the simulation is doing weird things, maybe stop this. And it's so it's so not right. The ice fogel was going crazy, and all the vector thrust ships were doing weird things because of the high torque rotors. Had to turn that off. Sadly, want to bring that back as soon as possible. There might be other mods making problems. Sometimes the warning said we should be careful with build and repair. The lasers are not working, or the laser system is not working, and it's a typical update. Updates always break something. That's the truth, sadly. But now we have the ship here, and we could try to go into the orbit, and that's what we want to do, because we have enemy bases nearby, and the enemy bases are kind of more attentive to us. I had attacks on the ship and on the base. The base got attacked by, I think, 3 drones. That was crazy when I was there. Worked out pretty well, but for some reason Skalbjorn's laser is working, and that's a good thing, because yeah, the laser mod, the MA laser mod, seems to have problems, but we can figure this out later, I would say. Let us go into orbit. I want to rescue this ship now, bring it back to base, and then we will see what happens there. I hope nothing shoots at it. It shouldn't, but we are just going straight up now, getting speed. Hopefully there's nothing we ram. I will go and do some saving, I would say, as long as we are doing this. We have until 8,000 meters to go up to speed, and then everything should be okay. You can see this is so much thrust that I think I could remove two of the thrusters in the front, and that works out pretty nice. Let us turn on the ion thrusters, otherwise this will not go as well as I want. See, now it reverses the speed. So the speed went down, now it goes up again, because now the ion thrusters take over. So getting this thing up, I shouldn't have been so scared there. This is easier than I thought. Yeah, and now we also have that's the good thing with now the ships being connected. We also have the Duchessa now just helping with the thrusters. Yeah, that was not as easy as I would have liked it. The flying up part, not the problem. Again, freeing the ship out of the Earth, that was not the nicest thing, because again, at one point I had to revert to going in with the voxel hands. The ship was not willing to budge, and I couldn't find any more voxels. I took apart all the oh, there was the, ooh, that was close. Is there anything else above us? I hope not. There is, but I hope that there is nothing in our direct path. So when we are out of gravity, we will stop and then fly towards the station. Good. I think... Oh. Okay, I hope these thrusters don't burn off the arms there. That would not be nice. Seven kilometers away from a pirate base. Raiding station, no trespassers. Okay. Good people, I think now I can go back to the station, and I think we will meet back there, I would say. Or, yeah, I hope you can forgive me for doing some work there with the creative tools. That it was not possible to do it any other way. If I would be happy, but the whole thing was just the worst. I think I can turn off the... the atmospheric thrusters, or... Good. Let me go back to the station and then we celebrate our victory there. It seems our hacking module has done a tremendous job. So nothing is shooting at us right now. I don't see any explosions. That's good. I did some repairs on the way here. I have put some big ion thrusters back onto the Duchessa, and that makes her fly pretty well in space. That's a beautiful thing. So now we go and just park it here, and then we can start repairing it. That will be neat. Repairing is maybe... I don't want to bring her back into her original... into her original appearance. I want to do what I did with my last one. At one point I changed out some part and brought in some things that I might want to have on her, because the Duchessa in itself is a pretty old ship when it comes to when it was designed, and it was designed with not having some of the things in mind that newer ships have. For example, airtightness. I think when she was designed, there was no airtightness. So we might want to we might want to keep that in mind, and maybe see at a jump drive. I think when she was first designed, there was no jump drive. All these things. Beautiful. I have her back. That's a nice thing. By the way, just to show you, you can see all the normal gray blocks I ripped out and replaced them, and had to see if there were voxels in there, and it was not nice. So never let us do that again. not that way. Then I will just rip the ship apart and grab what I can from it. The ship has to be mighty beautiful to make this work again. I have her back. That's the nicest thing that happened in the in the last few days when it comes to space engineers. Now I have her back. Good people. Now we have more work to do with the big ship, with her, with Everything else, I want to see what I can do with the new patch. Don't know, maybe there is a way I can test for myself how the new multiplayer code works, and there's a lot of new things we can do now, and there's a lot of good performance that we have now, I would say. Before I start any multiplayer stuff, time issues will have to be resolved and all these things, and I see a lot of people going into the multiplayer, embracing it. I, for myself, would like to embrace more survival-y stuff. So, keen, please. Good people. I would say thanks for watching. I hope you liked this, although this was a bit of a mess because, again, the update hit and then I had to see how I could do this. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next episode. See ya, guys.